I'm Cal Perry with your Beirut Connection. We're here inside the Solidere Marina in downtown Beirut. It's really the perfect spot to show you where Beirut has been, where it is now, and where it's headed for the future. We want to start by showing you the skyline, but first, the tourists that are here. Beirut hopes to cap over 2 million visitors in the year 2009, and when you consider the population of Beirut, that doubles the population of Beirut. Then to the St. George Hotel. This is a hotel that is along Beirut's Corniche, the famous road that runs along the waterway here in Beirut, and every time you drive past it, you see the damage done by that horrific bombing in 2005 that killed the former Prime Minister Rafiq Hariri. But as we move across the skyline, you'll see that incidents like that haven't stopped Beirut from really sprawling. To the Phoenicia Hotel, which is now one of Beirut's finest hotels, again, packed for the summer. Right behind it, you see a remnant of the Civil War here, the old Holiday Inn, which was battered by the Civil War. And as you continue along the skyline, you can see that the Civil War and the bombings haven't stopped Beirut's commercial district from booming and even more hotels from springing up. This, the Four Seasons Hotel, which is going to open this fall. Beirut has sort of an over-the-top nature to it, and it really is the case during the summer when it becomes so full of tourists. Last night we were at this sort of rave party thing that went till 5 in the morning. The only city that I've ever lived in where you can borrow a friend's boat, a colleague's boat, and you can valet park it for lunch. So we've just valet parked the boat at a restaurant called La Plage, and we're now going to get off and we're going to have lunch. Producer Nadal Husseini is going to be first off the boat. And believe it or not, after this, we're actually going to go about another, quarter of a mile down to a party that's happening on the beach that we can actually also take the boat to. Continuing with our over-the-top Beirut theme, we're going to head to a beach party during the day. But before we get there, I do want to sort of just describe to you the absurd nature of part of what this is. It was just a year ago last May when nearly half the city was completely occupied by Hezbollah and they were running street battles. So when you think about it, just a year later, these places are absolutely jam-packed, and it gives you an idea of just sort of how absurd the situation really is. I don't know what you heard about me, you can't see. So we hope we've given you a sense of how Beirut is connecting to the rest of the world through tourism. It really is a fascinating place where people are trying to leave their history behind, a very violent history, and hopefully enjoy more beautiful summers like this year's.